Hello and welcome at Model Kit Beginner. Today we do the normal standard thing and we'll have a kit review of the Nova Super Sport Coupe. It's a 1964, very good year, of the Chevy 2 Nova Super Sport Coupe, and we will certainly have a look at that. It's 125, it's fine folks over at Moebius Models. And they made some very good ones, some not so good ones. So let's see if that one is a good or not so good one. But before we do that, let's quickly pop in at Scalmates and see what we can find out about the history of this particular one. And here we are with the history. Look at this beautiful box art with the box cart flying. Typical 60s kind of outfit. I mean, even somebody laying on the grass. Ooh. Love those wheel covers right over here. Very, very beautiful. And the Nova is just a beautiful car, especially here in the early to mid 60s. Says ages up to 50. Now this particular one is coming from 2022, so it's pretty modern, and apparently is the first one in a row. Now let's have a look at the last one, which is a guesser. Come on, that should be fun. Yeah, I would build that any day. Yeah, that looks cool. But if we look at the complete timeline, there have been, if you are interested in Novas, there have been quite a few around. And the first one I could find, and it really is the first one, is that AMT one here, right over here. Look at that. Beautiful. It's a customizing kit for a 62. Chevy Nova. You can see it's slightly different if you compare it to the 64. Oh, we can't see a front view. Can we see a front view of the? Here we go. That is what that the 64 looks like at the front. 62 slightly different, and then obviously always very interesting box arts of the 64s. Now here's a 65 from AMT, which probably is already the 64 shape. It is. Says it is 65 Chevy, but yeah, this looks very similar to the 64, even down to the hubcaps. Now, is that where that kit originates from? Has Moebius just bought the molds and deuced them up? Have they really? No, they wouldn't do that, would they? Would they? No, they wouldn't. Let's go right up to the end and see who is the last one. Look at that. We have still AMT kits coming out of our ears by 2023. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. There's a Coca-Cola one. Oh, I would love to have one of those. I mean, that Coca-Cola red with the labels right over here and the white roof. I mean, that just looks amazing. Let's be honest, it really does. But that's not what we are looking at. We are just looking at our little Chevy Nova Moebius, and we will hope it is not the 1962 AMT model remolded, because then we're not going to have lots of fun looking at it, or maybe we have lots of fun looking at it. Might not have be that much fun building it. Only one way to find out. Let's move down to the bench, and I'll meet you there. So here we are with that box. I don't think I have touched that box. I might have checked if everything is in here. Anyway, here we are. We have the always very colorful Moebius instruction sheet. Very interesting color in here as well. We'll get to that in a minute. We have transparent plastic. Of course we do. We'll have windows. You need to be able to look out. We have the normal Moebius plastic color. We have some chrome here as well. Of course we do. That's just all of that. And we have normal, the very light gray Moebius color. And we have the body. Let's put that to one side so we get that all in order. And we have decals, and we have 4 tires, and that's it. That's the box done. And as usual, we start with the instruction sheet, and boy, do we need space for that. Why? Anyway, let's go from this side. So you have here important to read first, how to build a model basically, so that's very good for people who do it for the first time. Love that. Then we have the color call-outs, all the colors which you use depending on kind of model you build. I get the feeling you have different color options here. And here it tells you what to do if you have parts missing. Now, jeez, let's open this up. Yes, you can hang on the wall here. That's how big it is. Right. So they have the, as is with Moebius, have the description very nicely there, how to build your engine up right over here. That's how it starts. Then we go to tires, the bottom, more engine parts, auxiliary view. So you have different types of views here, how to build your stuff together. Then your radiator system right over here, firewall, get that all together. Inner fenders, so it has inner fenders. Love inner fenders. Chevy, so they are black inside, not the same as body color with the Moebius. Then we have how to get all the suspension together right over here. Then we start with the interior. We will have a look at that in a minute. Always interesting, you know, I like interiors. The assembly of the interior. Then we get from the windows, which gets glued from the outside, not from the inside. Please make sure you read this correctly, from which side to install the windows. And if my old Canadian friend is watching, which I doubt he will know exactly what I'm talking about. Then we have rest of the body parts which come together with all the chrome trim, etc. Then the final, thus the body will fit on the chassis, always interesting. And then we have different colors, and it shows you exactly what colors it wants to be, because there are not many color call-outs in here. It just tells you the parts, what color you will paint it. Well, you can either do what most of us do and do some research on what they actually originally looked like, or you can use this as a guide. Here you have the exhaust, the tank, which is kind of a dirty steel color. You have the engine. Engine appears to be a Chevy red with the kind of steel looking gearbox, black air cover, etc. Then you have the kind of yellowish green color, which is very interesting. Obviously you can do whatever color you want, and there won't be many decals. Let's see if we find a dashboard decal. It looks like we are in with a chart here. There are a couple of parts which are not needed to complete these kits, which is obviously interesting because you might want to use them for adapting the kit to something else. And here we go. That was the Nova instruction booklet, which is always very, very nice and colorful. Right, and then I would say, here we go, we do that so you can see what I'm doing here and see the decals properly. Let's open this up. Ooh, careful. Here we go. And we'll have a look at the decals. It's all white, can you believe it? Right, now, here we have the decals. Let me show that to you. Here you go. So we have different types of registration plates, and if you look really close, I have my camera positioned slightly differently now, so it's a bit, yeah, you see we have beautiful decals, Chevy decals, Nova decals, and we have decals for the instrument panel, which is of course what we want, what we are after. So these are all in. Obviously this is not a thing with flames shooting all over the show. This is a very stock Chevy Nova Super Sport Coupe, which is nothing wrong with that. Then let's have a look at the polycap tires right over here. Here they are. Did I tell you that I need to get used to the new camera setting? Yeah, I might have. Right here, there is no branding on either side. There is the normal poly tire. Poly tire tread here, which is nice. There also is a little bit of a seam. So yeah, will be a little bit of a cleanup, but you want to make them look slightly used anyway. So that should be fine. There are, not quite sure you might get them over the finished rim, or you might just want to build the rim around it. That you have to check out yourself and see what would be the best. We have the transparent parts. What we have here is the front window and the back window. As usual, I'm not going to take them out of the plastic. And we have the smoker's window, as we call them. That obviously the Nova Sport Coupe is a beautiful hardtop. It doesn't have a B-pillar. I love those. I love those. You can put the windows all the way down, and it's nearly like a cabrio. Right, and these are the windows. So you have the front window, the back window, you have the little side flip out windows, and obviously you have some light covers. Don't see if I see back covers. I haven't seen red ones either. So these are front lights for sure. Let's go down here so I can do this and you actually see what I'm doing. Not sure I'm seeing the rear lights. Right. Maybe there are somewhere else. Sometimes it does happen. Right, now we can start opening boxes. Bags. We want to open bags. We want to see what the stuff really looks like. We start with the first of the chrome sprues. Here you are. Kind of shiny, but you know, if you want to knock off the shine, that's easily done. Oh, I love that. I think that is the cover for the speaker on the rear seat, if I'm not totally mistaken. Then for the steering wheel, we have the chrome ring right over here. So that's not in the steering wheel. You can add that apart. Very nice. We have a chromed gear lever. Never understood that fully, why we would like to have that. And some other chrome parts right over here, smaller chrome parts, lights, mirrors, etc. Here's the mirror, for example. So that should be fine. Here we go. As you can see, very shiny, very bright. So you can make it either very shiny and very bright, or you can knock it down a notch. You have the choice there, and I like choices. Then there's another one of the let's open it up this way, of the chrome variety. Here we go. So here we have the grille. Very nice, very authentic. So you obviously can I'll either drill that out and make that hollow, good luck with that, or do what I do, paint it and just wipe over, and then you have more or less the same effect. These beautiful, beautiful covers, wheel covers, here you are. I mean, they are just fantastic. Let's just take some of the light out. Yeah, then that will take it out. I think you get the idea. They are very, very detailed, very nice. Here we go. Maybe you can see it better now. Yeah, maybe not. But yeah, as I said, the chrome is very shiny, so it reflects a lot. We have chrome wheel valve covers right over here. More lights right over there. And that's about it. Very, very cool. Nice chrome parts, a nice selection of chrome parts. Some of them you might want to and re-chrome, but that's obviously up to you. I know people are very good with touching up factory chrome, and there won't be any the wider. So, but let's go to plastic. Well, pure plastic, non-plated, non-transparent plastic. Right over here. And we start here with the bottom. Looks like the seats go in here. There is some structure, so there is no extra interior part which comes on top of it. You find with some models, especially of the Revell monogram variety. Then you see the bottom, which actually has some structure in it. You see the tank, which we have seen has a different color, so if you want to do that, some masking will be in order. Then we have the dashboard. Always like a good dashboard. Let's get closer to the dashboard. Here you go. There you go. Now you can see the dashboard a lot better. There it is. Quite a bit of detail on the dashboard here. So that's pretty cool. And you can see details here. Maybe we should leave the like that, but then have a bit of shade at the back. So we play it by ear as we need it. Right. Then we have the rear seat right over here. Has a nice detail as well. Here you go. That doesn't help. It has a bit of a detail over there. Nice Chevy detail. Let's see if we can get that shown. No, we won't. Doesn't really matter. There's a bit of a Chevy detail right over there. Here at the top of the rear seat. Very pretty. Then this is the back of the front seats. We have the pedals obviously over here, and then the if you want to display it with the hood open, you can do so. The steering wheel is right over here. As I say, the texture is kind of flatty, which obviously might be one of the reasons why it's not showing very well here on camera. But yeah, that's where we are. See if we go closer, that might help it a little bit. Here you go. There you go. Now you can see what I'm on about. Here we go. We finally managed. Pretty cool. Right, now here we have the next one, which has the part of the assembly of the radiator. We have the firewall. We have more radiator assembly right over here, and then obviously the HUD or bonnet, whatever you want to call it. Here you go. Gives you an idea what that looks like. So it has a bit of detail here at the bottom, which you can go for. And then let's have a look at the detail here of the... Why am I not just... I'll quickly zoom it closer. and then we don't need to do all of this nonsense. So we are pretty close now, and we can see the details here very, very nicely. Here you go. So yeah, that gives you a pretty good idea where we are here and what the detail factor is. It's actually not bad at all. Right, then talking about detail, here are the inner panels right over here, and very nicely done, very nicely done. There are some very nice lines. Let's get a bit closer so you can see them. Yeah, it gives you an idea of the detail right over here. Not bad at all. Like that a lot. We have brakes right over here. This looks like kind of pulley, fake pulley caps right over there. And here we have the horns. Always have horns extra with the Moebius kits. Then the next piece, bag of plastic. Let's open those up. They are not shy with the amount of plastics. I actually will count it. I will tell you at the end when I get to the outro. I will tell you exactly how many parts we are having in this kit. But it is not an insignificant amount. Right, here we have exhaust systems, and we have two different ones to choose from, which is great. So they set their additional parts in here, obviously different versions. I guess one might be for the gasser version, maybe, or for all we know, and one for something else. What else did we have here on the Nova? We had the 65, so one might be for the 65 and the other one might be for the 64, and the 65 actually is the Resto mod from Moebius, so you might be able to do the Resto mod with all the spare parts. Look in here, that's pretty cool. We have the seats, always like seat details, and looks like we have very nice seat details right over here. We have once again the Chevy sign at the top. Once again, we struggle to show. Here we go. As I say, it's not extremely deep, but yeah, as you look now, you can actually see it very nicely. Otherwise, very, very nicely molded indeed. Then we have inner fenders right over here. We have differential right over there. Yes, Peter, front and back part of it. I'll got that down now. Then we have the drive shaft, which we will see right over here. Part of the suspension. Then the kind of semi-front frame which they had in those days when they were moving away from a body-on-frame construction. Right. Then we have more suspension parts right over here. You find them here. You also have the steering wheel. We have seen the chrome ring on with the chrome parts, which you put on additionally. We have the leaf springs right down here. Very nice. Front and steering mechanism right over here with the simulated absorber right over there. There's a water ball. Here we go. For your dishwashing water, there's your battery right over here. So there's quite a bit of detail in here, which I think is pretty cool. Right. There's another one. Yeah, there's another one. Yeah, not shy with parts here, that's for sure. Right. Now here we have gearboxes. One looks like an automatic and one looks like a manual gearbox. Right over here. Here we go. So the choice is yours. Air filter and engine parts, gear. No, that's not a gear lever. I'm talking nonsense. That would be one of the water pipes, as would be that. But yes, either an automatic or a manual gearbox, choice is yours. Only thing you don't have for the resto mod is obviously the tires and the wheels, but you might have something there in the spare box to help you out. Would you like to do the resto mod? I'm kind of gravitating to that kind of idea. Here we have engine parts, we have the assembly of the belts, we have the fan, oil pans, different kind of valve covers, etc., etc. So this is the engine part. Sprue, if you want, so switch it off, see better. No. It's just all very white parts, so it's always difficult to show in white light. And then last, but certainly not least, we have the classic Nova body, which I said already, with the beautifully missing B-pillar. So that means all of this can be open, all of this can be open, and then it feels like you drive in a cabriolet, you really do. Right, then let's have a quick feel here. It's actually not bad. It's not bad at all. You don't need much of a cleanup here required, I can tell you that for nothing. That looks all pretty good. Really clean. There is the lid for the petrol or gas inlet, depending which part of the world you're from. We have the hood, which doesn't open, the baggage cover, if you want, so does not open. Obviously you could cut it open if you want to, but there's no reason for me to do so. And I must say, very well defined lines where you then can add the chrome. And I always appreciate that, because that helps you to detail it, to mask it up, and then get your chrome detail in there. So that's always pretty cool. I like that and appreciate that. And that is the body. A couple of sharp edges. Can feel one over here, so, and obviously at the bottom here. Yeah. So yeah, it needs a bit of a tender loving care. We have the injector pin marks quite prominently in the roof, but not too deep, so you could get them out relatively easy if they wouldn't have had put the sun covers and molded them into the roof. I mean, they have so many things which have extra. They have the chrome ring for the steering wheel extra, but they mold in the sun covers. I'm not sure what the thinking behind that is, if any. Anyway, so there's always something, isn't there? There's always something. We are modelers, we always mold. But otherwise, very, very nice. I think will be a fun model to build. And this is the Chevy Nova 64 Super Sport Coupe. Let's go back upstairs. I'll count the parts and then I'll give you my final thoughts. And here we are, back upstairs. All right, now I did count the parts. It's 113. Plus one or two which I might have missed. It says over 100 parts on the box, so they were certainly not lying. But I think of the kit, it's a Moebius kit, looks good to me. It certainly is not an AMT from 1962, I can give you that. and it looks like a really, really nice kit. It really does. I love the body, I love the style, and as I said, 1 or 2 parts out of the spare box and you can make it a nice 65, even if you would like so, and you can certainly give it a little bit of extras and try to make it a bit more of a street racer if you want so, and that can easily be done with some different wheels, not with those tires which are in there. These are the normal pulley tires which when you do 35 miles around the corner you will know all about it. Yeah, those. But that's obviously not a problem. You can always change that. I see these white lines here on the tires. I haven't seen any of that in the kit. Anyway, that is that. That is the Nova Super Sport Coupe from Moebius. It's the 1964 one. It looks an awesome kit. I think it will be lots of fun to build. It has around about 115 parts, and you should have lots of fun with it. Thanks very much for popping in. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed showing you the kit, and we will meet again at a later stage. You guys have a wonderful week further, and greetings from Cape Town. Cheers.